Wow.
Hey guys, have you been? What a normal day it is. I was just... What? Sorry. Huh? Huh? So, my last video got a couple more views than I expected, so I guess I have to make more videos now. It's not like this is my passion or whatever. If the masses want it, I guess I can keep doing this. In all seriousness, thank you so much for the support on my last video, and I hope you'll enjoy today's video, which is putting myself in my favorite media. Originally, I was just gonna do shows, then I realized half of my favorite pieces of media aren't actually shows. Even though that's a worse title, I just gotta live my truth and do whatever the fuck I want. Before we get into it, we need to dissect the inner workings of a peachieraven. You'll see here that we were luckily able to get a specimen of this elusive species. The anatomy of this creature is unlike anything we've ever seen. It's more like a mushroom than an animal, as we could not find a traditional brain. But further research is needed in that department. The main thing we need to take away from the study are the physical characteristics, like the face, hair, and clothing style, so we can use them to apply to real humanoid characters. Keep this in mind as we design, and notice how often I forget my own sono design. I'm gonna be totally honest, I got into Doctor Who purely for David Tennant, but now I'm like a true fan of the first 5 seasons because I haven't gotten caught up yet. And dear viewer, you may be wondering why I haven't gotten caught up after 2 years of watching the show. And the thing is, I'm actually so bad at watching shows, it's not even fucking funny. I don't think I've finished an entire show in years. Like, I started watching Hannibal. I haven't seen the last 5 episodes of that, and it's been months. I finished all of season 1 of Dungeon Meshi, but I haven't finished the show yet because there isn't a season 2 yet. It's almost comical how bad I am at watching some of my favorite shows. Like, I can only watch things if they're unfinished, and if they're finished, I can't finish them. It's so weird. I'll like start an episode of Doctor Who, pause it halfway through because I get distracted, and then I'll come back like a week later and be like, I have no fucking clue what's happening in this episode, and I have to restart the episode, and then it restarts the cycle. I've seen the second 11th Doctor Christmas special like 3 fucking times and I haven't finished it. I really like the concept of the show. I love the silly characters who go through time because I'm a history nerd and I love seeing that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get into it. I really did not like the story with River Song. I don't know how controversial this is, but I think it's fucking weird. That gave me the ick. Why? Like, how? Like, why? Just why would they make it end like that? Also, River is like a baby compared to the Doctor, and the fact that she ends up looking the same age, if not older than her parents, is so weird. The whole thing is weird. I don't like it. Now that the design is actually coming together, maybe I should talk about it. I don't know, it's kind of the same vibes as the 10th or 11th Doctor, but with a little peachieraven twist. I think it'd be really funny if the Doctor woke up from regenerating and is like, yo, what the fuck, why can't I see anymore? I would have really liked to be the 13th Doctor, but I guess 13 can keep her number. Whatever, it's fine. I don't even care. I guess I'm 16 now. I haven't done a lot of thinking about like the actual lore or anything because I'm not caught up with the show. I'm just silly. That's my character, silly. Actually, I feel like that can describe most of the Doctors. This piece was a lot of fun, and I drew him running because, you know, the Doctor's always running away from something. Also, I really like how I drew the clothes in this one. I think it's cute. Back in 2021, the adaptation of the book series Percy Jackson was announced, and I had never read the books before, so I was determined to finish the first series by the time the show came out. And I did that, but I also finished the second series and started the third. So yeah, I got a little bit obsessed. I've never been able to finish an entire book series before, let alone multiple, so it was a bit jarring for me. I used to come home from school every day and listen to the little free audiobook I found on YouTube for hours at a time. And it's so weird because going back to what I was talking about in the last section, I haven't even finished the 3rd series yet, and it's my favorite out of the 3 so far. Like, the second book of Trials of Apollo had me crying like a little baby. Like, it's literally so good. Honestly, there's probably something wrong with me because I can't finish anything I like. Anyway, my self-insert is the son of Hypnos because I'm such an eepy little guy. I sleep for 12 hours every night, and I'm not even joking. Even during the school year, I'll sleep at least 12 to 16 hours. I'll get up at the latest time possible. Sometimes I'll fall asleep in my classes, then I get home, I'll only wake up to eat and shower and stuff, and then I'll go right back to bed. I've accidentally skipped dinner before because I was basically comatose after school. Last night, I went to bed at like 2 a.m. and I woke up at 2 p.m. I think there might be a problem, but YOLO, you know what I mean? Anyway, the character is dressed in something I would sleep in. You might have noticed in the last 2 designs I featured corduroy, and that's because it's my favorite fabric texture. It's just so nice and soft, and I love it. Also, I wish I had those sweatpants in real life. I basically just designed the pants that I desperately need. They have no bottom cuff, they're loose and comfy, they have a thick band and drawstrings, and you can't tell, but they'll have giant pockets. Next time I'm gone for a few months, it's because I'm creating the lounge pants of my dream. God, I just wish this drawing was me right now. This has to be one of my all-time favorite shows. It's like this and Good Omens. And when I talk about ghosts, I specifically mean the BBC version. I do not fuck with the American version. I'm gonna be so honest. I tried to watch the first episode of the American version and I did not like it. I mean, I didn't get very far into it, so it might be good, but I just love the British version so much that I can't get into it. I did hear that they're making a German and I think a Spanish version of it, which do sound really interesting, and I will be tuning in. I just hope they don't use the same archetypes as the British version because I think that is a downfall of the American version. For some background information, my current future plans involve something to do with biology, and if you know anything about old-timey biology, you may understand why I don't want my self-insert to be associated with that. Anyway, the type of biology I'm most interested in is marine biology, and I just love the water and the ocean, so I've connected a few dots, and he's a sailor. It may seem like a little leap in logic, but I don't give a fuck. If you're familiar with the show, you may be thinking, Raven, the ghosts haunt where they die. How could a sailor die when Button House is miles away from the sea? Counterpoint 1, YOLO. Counterpoint 2, I came up with this idea months ago, and I've been brain rotting about it ever since, which may be mildly concerning because this character is me if I was dead, but that's besides the point. Basically, the lore is, it's 1805. After living his life on a boat for around 5 years, he's back on land. While traveling to see his family, he rests with a family friend, one of the neighbors of Button House. He goes out for a late night walk and finds the lake that is on the Button property. He promptly drowns and can't leave the property. Most of the ghosts' deaths are inherently comical and ironic, so I feel like this death matches the tone of the show, and I just think that's really fucking funny. The design itself isn't anything special. He's a sailor that's permanently covered in water. The astute of you will notice that the secondary color was blue instead of green for the majority of the coloring process. The reason for this is, I forgot. I was just copying a sailor uniform without putting the trademark peachieraven spin on it. But I fixed it, and I think this one is really cute, and I'm really happy with it. Yeah, Hatsune Miku, yes! Sorry, I just had to get that out of my system. Anyway, Vocaloid. This one is pretty different from the other ones since there isn't any actual official lore or background for the Vocaloids, but I got really excited about the idea, so I did it because it's my art and my video. I enjoy Vocaloid a normal amount. Ignore my rapidly growing collection of Hatsune Miku figurines. That isn't me, that's my demons. To me, Hatsune Miku is like a dress-up doll. Whenever I don't know what to draw, I'll doodle her in a little Pinterest outfit. Immediately, my day gets better. She's so cute, and the fandom around her is so fun, which makes the whole idea of Vocaloids even more fun. You literally can't find a bad Miku artist. It's like all of them were trained by Renaissance painters. It's crazy. Also, I think her design is really cute because it's like very 2000s, because that's when she was made. I just love Hatsune Miku. I like Vocaloid music, but there's just something different about the people who use Miku, especially the people who use her for like punk and metal music. That shit goes so hard, it's not even funny. I just realized I've mostly been talking about Miku and not Vocaloid or the design. This design was the easiest because there's already so many Vocaloid designs, so I just had to do something that the others hadn't. So I gave him a little zip-up thingy with arm and leg warmer. The clothes kind of remind me of Lin, and the colors remind me of Gumi, but I think it's distinct enough from both of them that it works. I kind of wish I added more detail because Vocaloid designs have so much detail packed into them, but this is my style and I don't really add that much tiny detail, so it's fine. I really like the pose I used, and I think the proportions are really fun. So this has helped me realize some pretty important things about how I'd like to present oh, sorry about that. Anyway, about how I'd like to present myself on this channel. My old Sona was very rushed, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked really crappy. Like, the line art isn't even colored, and I loved colored line art. The color palette for this one is more consistent and just looks better and is more like my usual style compared to the old one. I do think my old one looks more gooberish, but that's really all it had going for it. I hope you like my new Sona, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and comment down below your opinions on my video. Please only say nice things or I'll cry. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!